Hello and welcome to my Conversational Urdu premium course. So this is the very first chapter of my lengthy course. In this course there will be many units and chapters. So this is going to be a long class. I hope some of you will be there till the end of this lesson or class. So let's start. This chapter is about introduction, how you introduce yourself to new people and how you greet acquaintances in Urdu. So, and also you will learn some of the etiquette phrases that we use in our daily language, and in the context of this course for classroom survival, some of the very basic etiquettes. So while meeting somebody new, you need to know some of the phrases that are essential for greeting each other and knowing each other. So let's listen to this dialogue first and then we'll talk about it more.
आदाब।
आदाब।
आपका नाम क्या है?
मेरा नाम अकबर है। आपका नाम क्या है?
मेरा नाम मरियम है।
आपसे मिलकर खुशी हुई।
मुझे भी।
अच्छा मरियम, फिर मिलेंगे।
ठीक है, खुदा हाफिज।
खुदा हाफिज।
Alright, so once we have listened to this dialogue, and in the next page you will see this is the transcription of the dialogue you just heard. So I can read it for you in Urdu and you can see its English translation. आदाब means आदाब. आपका नाम क्या है? मेरा नाम अकबर है। आपका नाम क्या है? मेरा नाम मरियम है। आपसे मिलकर खुशी हुई। मुझे भी। अच्छा मरियम, फिर मिलेंगे। ठीक है, खुदा हाफिज। खुदा हाफिज. So once we have gone through this very first introductory sentences, so at this very initial stage you should learn by heart these sentences, because these will provide a very basic foundation in your memory, and based on these learned by heart sentences, we can apply the language models that we'll be learning in the coming classes. So using the model, we just introduce yourself to your classmates. Like, you can just repeat these sentences just like you listen to in the dialogue, and there are some in this slide. You will see some of the those phrases that are important in these kinds of greetings. So first one is adab. Assalamu alaikum. Wa alaikum assalam. Namaste. मेरा नाम है। आपका नाम क्या है? आपसे मिलकर खुशी हुई। मुझे भी। अच्छा, फिर मिलेंगे। ठीक है, खुदा हाफिज. Now we move to very first language structure, which is this is structure. This is basically used for identifying simple things, and the structure we use is very similar to English structure, which is this is and that is. So let's look at the Urdu equivalents of these structures. This is. This means ye. Is means hai. Ye hai. And that means वो. Is means है, वो है. These sentences illustrate a very essential difference between Urdu and English sentences. In English, we usually follow subject, verb, object, while in Urdu we follow subject, object and verb. It means, in simple terms, it will mean like subject will come first in any case, and the verb will be coming at the last stage, and all other elements of a sentence will come in between the subject and the verb. So there are some of the examples in this case. So this is a table, this is a table. ये table मेज is है, ये मेज है. That is a door. वो that door दरवाज़ा is है, वो दरवाज़ा है. This is a pen. This ये पेन कलम is है, ये कलम है. This is a chair. ये कुर्सी है. Now once we have learned this simple sentence, this is structure, now we can go to essential vocabulary that we will need for to make such sentences, this is and that is sentences. One more thing to remember at this very early stage is all Urdu nouns have gender. They will be all Urdu nouns will either be masculine or will be feminine. So let's listen to this audio recording of Urdu nouns that we are going to cover.
स्कूल, पेंसिल, तस्वीर, चीज़, छत, दरवाज़ा, दीवार, फर्श, कलम, कापी, कागज़, किताब, कुर्सी, क्लास, कमरा, कूड़ेदान, खिड़की, घड़ी, लुग़त, मेज़, नक्शा, ये, वो, है.
So what we are doing while listening to this recording is actually we are listening to it and trying to repeat that. In this way you will be improving your Urdu pronunciation and you will be trying to recognize Urdu words just with hearing. That's why I have added these audio recordings to our course. So now see the words we have heard earlier. Now we are going to read them. School, school. We don't have Urdu words starting with s sound. So in standardized Urdu we have added a sound to it, is or e sound to it. Is school, pencil, tasveer, cheese, छत, दरवाज़ा, दीवार, फर्श, पेन, कलम, कॉपी, कागज़, किताब, कुर्सी, क्लास, कमरा, कूड़ेदान, खिड़की, घड़ी, लुग़त, मेज़, नक्शा. There are some more words. This or it is ये, that or it is वो, is है. So there are two more important notes here. Like there are some loan words from English or many other languages, but when we use them in colloquial Urdu, so they occupy or they take different meaning from English source words or many other language source words. Just like copy means to copy something, but in Urdu it means a notebook where we write something. Similarly, ye and wo have multiple meanings, but for now we are just covering ye this, wo that. So now let's basically this is a classroom exercise. As I told earlier, this is a premium course we use for at some level, but for now I have brought it for you, and I'll be suggesting you appropriate activities during this course. So take a look around your room and point towards things that you feel like you can describe. So let me point 3. वो तस्वीर है, ये कलम है, ये मेज़ है. Alright, so you can you can identify 5 things around you, and I'll guarantee you like you have done this exercise. So exercise 3 is about that. So we are not covering writing and writing in this course. We are just talking about conversational Urdu, or how you can improve your conversation in Urdu. That's why I'm skipping those exercises which are related to writing. However, if someone is interested and knows some how to write in Urdu, he is more than welcome to post like write exercise name like exercise 3, and then write 5 sentences, complete Urdu sentences in the comment box. I'll be there and I'll be I'll be checking them. So the next exercise is, so our next discussion is asking and answering questions. Alright, so interrogatives are those words that are used to form questions, just like in English. Most English interrogatives begin with the letter sequence WH, just like who, what, when, where, why. All Urdu interrogatives begin with the letter Qaf, Ka sound, with K. In English, questions are generally expressed not only through the use of interrogatives but also through a change in word order in which the interrogative is brought to the beginning of the sentence. Just like there are 3 examples: what did you eat, when did they arrive, where is everybody. But this question thing is a little bit different in Urdu. In Urdu, questions are most closely resembled statements, and Urdu interrogative generally occurs in the same position within the question as the word that answers it occurs in the response. So note the difference in the placement of interrogatives in Urdu and English sentences. Note also the similarity between Urdu questions and the corresponding responses. So now let's move to this one. So this is, what is this? ये क्या है? So this is what. If you want to say it in English, it will be this is what, just like that. ये क्या है? It is a book. ये किताब है. ये is this, book is, किताब is book, is है is. ये किताब है. Who is that? Who, that is वो. So in Urdu, if you want to say it, it will be वो, that, what, that who is. वो कौन है? That who is. वो मरियम है. That is Maryam, that's Maryam. वो मरियम है. Alright. So you can begin using these questions immediately to identify items and people in your class, like in your surrounding. You can start using it right away. So let's see what we have in the next page. It's vocabulary too. Now once we learn a rule, a language rule, I immediately introduce you to new vocabulary, and once we go through that vocabulary, I give you some exercises to do. This means like this exercise, this class, this chapter 1 class is not just 1 hour class or 2 hour class. It's up to you how much time you take to cover, to overcome, to master these sentence structures. That's the time of class. You are more than welcome to pause or to rewind whatever part you think you need to overcome to master.
क्या, कौन, कहाँ, वहाँ, यहाँ.
Alright, these are some of the interrogatives and related words. So क्या, कौन, कहाँ, वहाँ, यहाँ. So see the nasalized part. So it is mostly used in Urdu. So here are some important notes. Whenever you listen to someone repeating question word, WH question or ka question word. So it means you, in response, you need to enlist the items that are present, like वहाँ और वो क्या क्या है, what all items are that. So like क्या क्या, कौन कौन, कहाँ कहाँ means like where, like enlist all the items you have been to or where you have gone, like that. Repeating an interrogative gives the sense that response should take the form of an enumerated list. For example, कौन who all, क्या क्या what all, वहाँ कौन है, who all is over there. Many interrogatives occur in sets with related words of similar form, meaning that they are not interrogatives. The set कहाँ, यहाँ, वहाँ is an example of this. Okay, now let's move to next one. So now the exercise is, you are going to ask each other, or you are going to ask yourself वो कौन है, or you can like take a picture of your family members or friends or classmates or whatever you like. So you see the picture and you can ask to yourself वो कौन है, and then say वो Peter है. Who is that? That is Peter. Or you can look at a picture of some marriage or some other place and you can say ये कौन है, who is this, and this is ये अम्मी है, this is mother, and like that you can, like it's up to you how much you use it. This is the basic structure, sentence structure. Alright, the next part of the exercise is you are going to talk about your room, and the way you can ask the question is वो क्या है. Let's say I am giving you some example. So let's say this is the picture, you might see a part of it. So वो क्या है, वो तस्वीर है. So वो क्या है, वो तस्वीर है. And then in response to yourself or to someone else, you can take turn by asking question, like one person answers the question and the other person can answer the question and then ask the next question. This way you can do a drill on that. So the third part of this exercise is taking turn in asking your partner questions about the location of various items. So for यहाँ is here and वहाँ is there. So किताब कहाँ है means where is the book. So किताब यहाँ है, the book is here, and the next part will be where is the pen. कलम कहाँ है, this is कलम is subject and then the place part and then है. कलम कहाँ, where is the pen. कलम वहाँ है, कलम वहाँ है. Now let's see what we have next. Partner activity. So we are like, you can do this activity on the map. You can take a map and you can ask your partner or you can ask yourself where is a city. So there are some city names you can look up while going through exercise. So Hindustan, Pakistan, Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, Nepal, Islamabad, Karachi, New Delhi, Lahore, Lucknow, Jaipur, Tibet, China, Afghanistan, Mumbai, Dhaka. These are some of the cities of India and Pakistan. Alright, now let's move to our next part of this chapter 1, which is asking yes or no questions. Yes or no questions are those which can be answered using a single word, yes or no. So they can be indicated either of two ways, by raising a pitch or like by raising the pitch of one's voice at the end of a sentence, or by placing an interrogative kya at the beginning of a sentence. In yes no questions, the word kya merely indicates the type of question being asked and should not be translated. You can begin asking yes no questions immediately using these sentences. So in English, this is structure can be changed to question by using just is this. In Urdu, we can change the assertive sentence to interrogative just by adding word क्या in the beginning. So ये कलम है, this is a pen. क्या ये कलम है? Just added क्या in the beginning and this question has changed to is this a pen? वो दरवाज़ा है means that is a door. And if I add क्या in the beginning, it will become क्या वो दरवाज़ा है and it will mean is that a door? The word, so similarly this is assertive sentence, and similarly if we want to make it a negative sentence or negate something, the word nahi we use in this case, and it is used for negation. It is corresponding to English no as well as not. We have just one nahi or na word, let's skip that one at this point. Nahi, we have nahi for this part. As a general rule, negation words corresponding to English word not directly precedes the verb. So it will precede the verb whenever. One more thing, okay, I'm not talking about that at this point. So these are some of the examples in this. This is not means ये blank नहीं है. No, that is blank नहीं वो नहीं ये blank है. Now examples. क्या ये किताब है? Just added क्या and to the assertive sentence. नहीं, no, ये किताब नहीं है. This is not a book. ये कॉपी है. This is a notepad. क्या वो पेंसिल है? Is that a pencil? नहीं, वो कलम है. वो कलम है. That is a pen. So vocabulary 3 again. Vocabulary 3. Yes or no questions. Yes, जी. Yes, जी हाँ. No, नहीं. Yes, हाँ. So see, we have 3 words of yes, and one more thing to explain here is the degree of politeness. In Urdu we have special words that express degree of politeness. So by default word for yes can be हाँ, but to add more politeness to this we can add g to it. So we can say either हाँ or we can say जी, or to add more politeness to this we can say जी हाँ, means like yes with politeness. So now again we are moving to another exercise, and in this course I can just teach you some rules, grammar rules, and we are not on one-to-one lesson or in real life situation. That's why we cannot go through these exercises, but you are more than welcome to pause here and do this exercise. The exercise is, so pair up with a classmate. One person should point to objects and ask, is this a, क्या ये, is this a, क्या ये एक कलम है, क्या ये कलम है, और क्या ये मेज है. The other person should answer in complete sentence. He can either say जी हाँ ये मेज है, or he can say नहीं ये मेज नहीं है. It's up to him, or it's up to you guys while practicing. Ask questions and that can be answered with हाँ, and those can be answered with नहीं. So like you can either ask, so you can just say क्या ये किताब है. So no, definitely its answer will be नहीं ये किताब नहीं है, ये कलम है. So this way it's just a matter of practice how you use very initial language. Alright, now greeting and acquaintance. First I introduced you to very first language sentences. Now let's see how we greet an acquaintance. Let's listen to this dialogue.
अस्सलामु अलैकुम अहमद साहब.
वालेकुम अस्सलाम. क्या हाल है?
सब खैरियत है. आप कैसे हैं?
खुदा का शुक्र है.
अहमद साहब आप कहाँ से हैं?
जी मैं कराची से हूँ. और आप?
मैं लाहौर से हूँ. अच्छा, इजाज़त दीजिए.
ठीक है, अल्लाह हाफिज.
अल्लाह हाफिज.
So standardized practice that I recommend is you listen to the dialogue without looking at its transcription, and you try to understand it or repeat it or replicate it almost 80%. So 80% is the standard rule. So you can rewind it, you can repeat listening it one again and again, and you once you are able to listen to and recognize it, then you should move to the next slide. So on the next slide we have this transcription what we just heard. Sajid: अस्सलाम वालेकुम अहमद साहब. वालेकुम अस्सलाम, क्या हाल है? सब खैरियत है, आप कैसे हैं? खुदा का शुक्र है. अहमद साहब, आप कहाँ से हैं? So this is sahab or sahib. There are two or more pronunciations for this word. It's up to your likeness. जी मैं अहमद साहिब आप कहाँ से हैं? जी मैं कराची से हूँ. और आप? मैं लाहौर से हूँ. अच्छा, इजाज़त दीजिए. ठीक है, खुदा हाफिज़. खुदा हाफिज़. So this is how I'm introducing you to the very first Urdu sentences. Now again we have some vocabulary here, and you can go through this vocabulary. This time I'm not adding audio recording to it, and this is some longer vocabulary, so I'm just here reading it aloud for you, and you can repeat after me. Sahab, sahiba. क्या हाल है? क्या हाल है? सब खैरियत है. मैं खैरियत से हूँ. आप कैसे, कैसी हैं? So difference, this is based on masculine and feminine. If you are asking this to a male person, you will say आप कैसे हैं, and if you are asking to a female person, you will be saying आप कैसी हैं, and answer to it will be खुदा का शुक्र है. One more way to say it, खुदा का शुक्र है, I am well. आपकी दुआ है. आप हैं, you are. मैं हूँ. आप कहाँ से हैं? Where are you from? मैं से हूँ. इजाज़त दीजिए. खुदा हाफिज़. अल्लाह हाफिज़. So see, there are some important notes about it. हाल means condition. खैरियत means well-being. कैसे हैं, कैसी हैं, I explained it earlier. आपकी दुआ है. This is an example of formulaic polite language speech. Urdu possesses many such formulaic phrases not to be literally translated, which are a part of everyday cultured speech. So like we cannot translate them in literal translation. These just convey the meaning, convey the sense. These are cultural ways, cultural expressions of saying something. Ijazat means permission. Allah Hafiz is a more religious alternative to Khuda Hafiz. So now let's listen to the dialogue, which is more informal as compared to the previous dialogue, and after this dialogue we'll move to next vocabulary. Remember, repeat this dialogue until you are familiar with the sounds and how they pronounce these words.
हेलो समीरा, क्या हाल है?
ओह हेलो, मैं ठीक हूँ. तुम कैसी हो?
मैं भी ठीक हूँ. समीरा, वो कौन है?
वो आदिल है.
वो कहाँ से है?
वो हिंदुस्तान से है.
Sorry. All right.
समीरा, वो कौन है?
वो आदिल है.
वो कहाँ से है?
वो हिंदुस्तान से है.
अच्छा, फिर मिलेंगे. बाय.
बाय.
Alright, so we have gone through this dialogue. Now let's move to next. This is the transcription of Urdu dialogue. Once you have gone through the previous dialogue and listened to it again and again, now you can read this. So, hello Smira, क्या हाल है? Oh, hello, मैं ठीक हूँ. तुम कैसी हो? So see the difference, आप and तुम. मैं भी ठीक हूँ. समीरा, वो कौन है? समीरा, who is that? वो आदिल है. That is आदिल. वो कहाँ से है? Where is he from? वो हिंदुस्तान से है. अच्छा, फिर मिलेंगे. Alright, see you later. Bye. Bye. Okay. So next we have now vocabulary. We have some, always we use vocabulary after introducing you some rule. So let's listen to this vocabulary.
मैं ठीक हूँ. ठीक. बिल्कुल ठीक. ठीक ठाक. तुम कैसे हो? तुम हो.
Like तुम आदिल हो, तुम वारिस हो, तुम असगर हो, मैं असगर हूँ, तुम शाहिद हो, like that. Okay, tum is another word for another word corresponding to English you. The pronouns tum and aap different terms of level of respect they convey. We'll be talking more about it in upcoming chapters. Pronoun tum is appropriate for use with friends. Aap can be used with elders and teachers. So now memorize the sentences, because these are the sentences on which you will move, you'll advance your Urdu speaking capabilities. So the exercise is, you can move around. If you are in an Urdu speaking community, you can talk to your friends or someone of your acquaintance and exchange some of these sentences. Okay, so some, again we have some more useful phrases that will be handy for you to kickstart your Urdu excellence, your Urdu capabilities. So what do you call X in Urdu? So for that you will say X को, to X Urdu में, in Urdu क्या कहते हैं? What is called? X को उर्दू में क्या कहते हैं? This you will use whenever you want to know Urdu meaning or Urdu word for an English word. While for the vice versa, while you know and while you have a word in your memory and you don't know what's that called in English, you will say X का मतलब क्या है? What is meant by X? Alright, next some more words are here. बहुत अच्छा, शाबाश, ठीक है, शुक्रिया. कोई सवाल है? Is there any question? मेरा एक सवाल है. I have a question. Give me your attention. सुनिए. Next, read, पढ़िए. Write, लिखिए. स्पीक, बोलिए. फिर से बोलिए. ज़ोर से बोलिए. खोलिए, बंद कीजिए. 1 मिनट रुकिए. आई डोंट नो, मुझे मालूम नहीं. मुझे याद नहीं. मैं नहीं समझा. और इफ़ यू आर फीमेल यू कैन से मैं नहीं समझी. अंग्रेज़ी इज़ इंग्लिश. बात, this is one of the most commonly used word. It means utterance, a thing that is or has been spoken, a significant thing. एक बात है, there is something, like the thing in English is बात in Urdu. So जुमला, सवाल, जवाब, सही, गलत, लफ्ज़, मिसाल, मतलब. So there are some notes. Baat is one of the most frequently occurring word in Urdu. It occurs in several useful phrases. मेरी बात, the thing I said. क्या बात है? What a significant thing. Wow, क्या बात है? What's the matter? क्या बात है? क्या बात है? Like in raising the pitch of your voice. It means what is the matter? What's the matter? What's the issue? कोई बात नहीं means it's no problem. It's okay. It's not a significant thing. जवाब सवाल का जवाब, answer to a question. Now review exercise, you need to pair up with someone, you can pair up with me, take turns asking and answering questions. ये क्या है, ये क्या, ये है क्या, blank कहाँ है, where is that, and like you can ask these questions. In the next slide we have some objects in this. So if I can ask you ये क्या है, you can answer that. क्या वो मेज है, next. कलम कहाँ है, कूड़ेदान कहाँ है, क्या ये दरवाजा है, कुर्सी कहाँ है, क्या वो घड़ी है, जी हाँ ये एक किताब है, नहीं ये किताब नहीं है, ये कॉपी है. Now again we have two exercises, review exercise, pair up with a classmate, introduce yourself and have a brief conversation in the following Urdu pattern. The pattern we have just introduced you in the exercise 1, and the review exercise 12 is review exercise. Pair up with a partner, assuming you know your partner, have a brief conversation in Urdu following the pattern of the dialogue given in exercise 7, which is a less formal, informal dialogue way of saying. Is you might have noticed that we used tum instead of aap in exercise 7. Alright, so with this we will end our first chapter, and I'll be coming with chapter 2, unit 1, chapter 2. In this unit we'll be talking about the things around in a classroom, and in the next unit we'll be moving like this. From this very dialogue, from this very chapter, I'm beginning a journey, and in the chapter 14th or perhaps 45th chapter, I'll complete my course, 45 classes, almost 30 to 40 hours of lessons are coming for you. So if you like the class, please do subscribe, share it with your peers, partners, family members. This is it. Khuda Hafiz.